Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with another fantastic video for you guys out there in green card land, K1 visa land. Now, if you've arrived in the United States on a K1 visa, remember the K1 visa is now obsolete, goes away, and you are now working off of a form I-94. That's your 90-day window of time. Look on your I-94. That's your window of time to get married. And you get married within 90 days and you file for your adjustment of status after, let's say, 65, 70 days. You've accumulated a couple of months of evidence of your relationship. And then all of a sudden you decide you want to travel somewhere. But you haven't yet received your I-797. You don't have any evidence of anything other than perhaps a UPS, FedEx, or DHL receipt that you filed for your 2-year green card. Do not travel domestically. Do not travel anywhere domestically, which puts you in an airport. Because even though you feel like you are in status, that you have filed for your 2-year green card, you've, mailed off the adjustment of status paperwork, immigration can still pull you aside at the airport terminal and put you into secondary inspection and say, okay, you are applying for a 2-year green card. Where is your evidence? Where's your proof other than your UPS receipt, which they don't count? So you don't have your I-797C. You don't have your letter from immigration. And even if you do, it still doesn't say this is an immigration status letter. It just says that they received your application. So if you have a 2-year green card pending, okay, you've mailed it off, you've correctly done everything by the book, you followed Diego's videos on how to process a 2-year green card, that immigration still technically do not have to say you're in status, and they can pull you aside and give you a hard time and put you into secondary inspection and prevent you from boarding the plane and, all this craziness. Here's Diego's recommendation. Do not fly domestically and do not fly internationally while you have a 2-year green card pending out there somewhere and you have not yet received the green card in your hand. If you don't have your 2-year green card in your hand, do not get on a freaking airplane and fly anywhere. Technically, you are not in status yet in the eyes of the immigration and customs enforcement folks. Now, I don't recommend either that you get an advance parole document to travel internationally, whether you're waiting for your 2-year green card or you have your 2-year green card in your hand and you want to go somewhere, go visit grandma. Do not travel internationally, period, until you at least have your 10-year green card. Pay attention, class. I'm not putting this information out there to scare you. I'm just telling you what's going on at airports around the United States. The Trump administration has put immigration and customs enforcement under a quota system. They have to meet certain numbers of detainments, deportations, etc. They're under a quota system. Just like when I was in the Navy as a recruiter, I was under a quota system to find applicants to join the Navy. If you spend the $600+, it's over $600 for the advance parole, it's a total waste of money. Even though you have an advance parole document, that doesn't mean that the Border Patrol is going to let you back in the country after you leave. There's a good chance that they can pull you aside and say, well, you just got into the United States. You've just got your 2-year green card. Why are you traveling outside the United States already? Or whatever. Because remember, the advance parole document allows you to travel outside the United States while your green card is pending. You don't have a green card in your hand. Don't do it. Pay attention, class. What I think is happening is that the airports, the airlines, are giving immigration and customs enforcement the flight itineraries of people, everybody. They're giving them the flight itineraries. When Karina and I, we're going to go on vacation again next year, so we're going to get on a plane. Immigration's going to have that flight itinerary. They're going to run Karina's name through their database, the immigration folks, because they have the flight schedule, the flight itinerary from the airline, And they're going to say, okay, well, Karina's good. She has a 2-year green card that's expired, but she's currently has a 48-month extension on her 2-year green card. And she hasn't overstayed any of her visa applications in the past. She is a perfect immigrant. If you have a visa overstay in the past, let's suppose you came into the United States on a tourist visa, you overstayed your visa, and you're filing for your 2-year green card because you married an American. You came in on a tourist visa, married an American, and then applied for your adjustment of status. You filed the I-130 plus the 485 concurrently, but you overstayed your tourist visa. If you fly internationally or domestically, that information is going to be in the computer database. In my opinion, the airlines are giving ICE the flight itineraries of every passenger flying in and out of the United States and all around the United States. ICE is then bouncing that information off their records, and they're going to see that this person was a visa overstay even though they have a pending 2-year green card in the process. Doesn't matter. They're going to pull you out of the line. They're not going to let you get on the airplane. They're going to take you into secondary inspection, and then they're going to prepare you for an immigration judge. Do you want to go through all that? My advice is don't overstay your tourist visa or your H-1B1 visas. Don't overstay. Follow the rules as were put out by the Congress of the United States, and you'll be fine. So Karina and I, we're going to fly. We've flown to Las Vegas twice. We've been we flew through Washington, D.C. We've flown through Atlanta, Georgia. We've flown through Houston, Texas, and Dallas, Texas. Never had a problem. But we know that the airlines gave immigration our flight itinerary to ICE. But we didn't have any issues because Karina is in status and has never overstayed a visa, and she's never been a problem in regards to immigration processing. And we never traveled while we were waiting for her 2-year green card. We didn't go anywhere. Well, we went to the store, right? We had to go to Walmart or Publix. Pay attention, class. Remember, though, this isn't legal advice. I don't work for USCIS. I don't work, as an immigration attorney. But I have almost 14 years, pretty close to 14 years experience processing green cards and K-1 visas. And never in the amount of time that I've been doing this have I seen so much strict enforcement of immigration policies. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. If you are in the country illegally, you need to go home. If you're in this country with a pending green card, still in the works, don't travel on airplanes. If you got to go from Seattle to Sacramento, get in a car and drive there, because you could be pulled aside. Hang in there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And if you want to join as a member down here somewhere, you can join as a member. And then you can get my phone number and email address in the members only videos. Look for the Contact Diego video. Watch the video and you get my phone number and email. Then you can call me and text me anytime you want. I do a live stream on Saturdays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Central Time, US. Hopefully this daylight savings time garbage goes away soon. I'm sick and tired of springing forward and falling back the times. It just totally messes up my circadian clock, whatever they call it. So, I feel like I've lost a week's worth of sleep when they spring forward. Hopefully that goes away soon. See you at the next live stream, and thanks for watching the videos, and also be patient during the process. And we're here for you. Karina and I, we are here for you. We're going to pull you over the finish line.
Hello there. Are you two heading for Las Vegas?
I am Cornelio!